Welcome to the Bucket List Buster Travel Show. Your Bucket List Buster Travel Show helps you make your bucket list dreams come true. Host Karen Duncan spent decades running the travel business. She, along with other industry experts, share their knowledge, travel stories, and wisdom about how to travel, where to travel, and how to have a stress-free adventure. Tune in, give yourself permission to focus on yourself, create lifelong memories with families and friends, and finally learn to relax, rejuvenate, and reconnect. And here's the host of your show, Karen Duncan.
Aloha, buenos dias, ni hao, yahate, bula, guten tag, bonjour, jambo, boa tarde, everything's Irie, and good afternoon. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hello out there, you bucket list busters. How are you feeling this fabulous, fabulous day? This is Karen Duncan, your bucket list buster. And we have an exciting show. Today's show is about, have you ever dreamt of working remotely for whomever you work for, whatever company, doing what you love, doing whatever job it is that you do, but being able to travel at the same time? Well, I have a wonderful guest speaker today, Mr. Joe DiVittorio, whom I met on an airplane. You know, yes, I was one of those that talked to this guy. He probably was trying to have some quiet time, but we slept. It was a long flight from Panama to Chicago, and we did sleep, but then we woke up, and once we woke up, we started talking, and of course I asked him what he did and found him really fascinating, and what he's doing really fascinating with the travel tribes. And so he agreed to come on the show and talk to us about how he's done this, what he's doing, where he's been since we met. This was in July. Since we've met, he's been to many countries, and he was in Toronto when we did the interview. But he's been to Europe, all over Europe, and he was coming from South America when we met. So it's a fantastic story, and he's going to talk to us about it. I thought that was fantastic. Plus, backed by popular demand, we've got some great travel specials. Norwegian's doing some fantastic things. One of my new favorite airlines, Copa Airlines, I don't know if I've said this before, they have some great specials happening this week. We've got the music festivals in Panama that I need to talk to you guys about. I need you guys to come see me. This is the opportunity if you want to come to Panama. And maybe we'll just have a bucket list buster appreciation event at this thing, at the festival here in March. So you need to sign up. Then top scenic drive destinations. And then our destination of the week is Colorado Springs in Colorado, United States. And then, of course, we have our friends over at the Wireless Traveler giving us our tech tip for the week. And then I even have a new travel quote of the day, thanks to my friends over at Vacation Countdown, who I use this app a whole lot. And then I forgot to tell you, but travel news, we've got travel trends. We're talking about the destinations that you can drive to. But then travel news is for my friends in Australia. I've got something that's happening at the airport in Brisbane. So lots of information today. Lots and lots and lots. Well, for you that are listening for the first time, my name is Karen Duncan. I have been in the travel business for over 24 years now. And my husband and I run Peaks Cruises and Tours. I'm a past, what do they call us? Professor of sort of travel and tourism. I used to teach travel and tourism at the college level in Austin, Texas. And now I just talk about travel all the time, as much as I can, to as many people that will listen, including you. And I provide this information so that you will take some time off and relax, rejuvenate, and reconnect. I feel that is very important in people's lives. And you will learn a lot about yourself, your partners, your family. It's just a time to relax. In fact, today's quote is going to talk about that. So who listens to the show? People from all over the world listen to the show. I am an international celebrity, in case you did not know. So this week, people that were listening came from what countries? They came from the United States, France, Australia, Panama, Bermuda, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, and India has shown up. India and Portugal. The cities represented are Mountain View, California. Hello, Mountain View. Paris, France. Thank you, Paris. Baltimore, Maryland. Hamilton, Bermuda. Panama City, Panama. Brooklyn, New York. Dartmouth, Canada. Sydney, Australia. Chicago, Illinois. And now, my friends in Page, Texas. So welcome to your Bucket List Buster. And I hope you find some information here that will be fantastic and that you can use moving forward, and it provides some insight on the travel and tourism industry around the world. If you are a destination or a cruise line, airline, hotel, resort company, tour company, whatever, and you want to learn more about how you too can be on your Bucket List Buster, you can send me an email at Karen, nope, that's not the right email. It's your, Y-O-U-R, bucketlistbuster at gmail.com. I would love to talk to you. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to talk about what's going on with this week's specials. This is Karen Duncan, your host, your Bucket List Buster. I'll be back in a minute.
If you like the sound of vacationing at a 5-star luxury included resort, Sandals has a symphony of romantic indulgences just for you. Sandals hits all the right notes for two people in love. Miles of pristine beaches harmonize with beautiful turquoise seas. Love Nest suites are orchestrated with private plunge pools and tranquility soaking tubs for two. The tempo increases with unlimited land and water sports, including scuba diving and golf. Your taste buds are treated to a rhapsody of 5-star global gourmet dining at up to 16 world-class restaurants, including endless pours of premium spirits and wine, music to anyone's ears. From live entertainment to taxes, tips, and transfers, it's all included, all unlimited, and only at Sandals, the world's only 5-star luxury included resorts, voted world's best 21 years in a row.
To plan your destination wedding, contact Peaks Cruises and Tours at 512-529-3696. Welcome back to your Bucket List Buster. Karen Duncan here, your host. And this week's specials, fantastic, backed by popular demand. Norwegian Cruise Line is offering free air plus free open bar and much, much more. And you can find these promotions on the Caribbean, Europe, Alaska, and the Bahamas. If you are interested in finding out which cities are included in the free air, you can go to ncl.com and put in whatever trip you think you're interested in taking. And when you get to a certain area, it will say what city are you leaving from, and it will tell you. Multiple cities, over 1,000 cruises and destinations available for this particular promotion. And this is a really good one, guys. I promise you. The open bar alone saves you thousands of dollars, and not to mention the free air. And imagine free air to Europe. That's huge. Anyway, next is our friends over at Copa Airlines, my favorite airline right now. So Copa Airlines is the national Panamanian airline. For you guys that are new listening, I am an expat in Panama. I live in San Carlos, Panama. And I have been taking Copa Airlines now for the last year and a half since we've been here. And they are in alliance with United Airlines out of the States and several other international, Japan, Anna Nippon, which is the Japanese airline, and some others. So they're big name. They're huge. It's a big airplane, so you're not thinking you're doing puddle jumpers like some people always think. But to me, it's the service. And I get this with the international airlines now, meaning those outside of the United States. The service, the level of customer service on these airlines are fantastic. Copa is Spanish speaking, but they do translate everything into English. So if you're not Spanish speaking, you will not be able to sit in the exit rows. Did you know that? If you don't speak the language of the airline, then at least with Copa, you cannot sit in the exit rows, which is a trip, but they have good leg room and you can always upgrade. So top deals on flights from the United States, best fares for round trip flights, Miami to Panama City, come on, $291. Orlando to Panama City, $382. Miami to Sao Paulo, Brazil, $550. New York to Panama City, $689, right? That's for right now. Some of the destinations that they're running some specials are Bogota, Colombia, San Jose, Costa Rica, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Lima, Peru, Panama, of course, Panama, Rio de Janeiro. So this is the time for the South America. We're coming up on South American summer. So it's the opposite of the States. And if you've thought about going to South America, this is a great opportunity. So when you see Copa come up, when you're Googling flights for different regions and you see Copa, don't be afraid. I promise a lot of people have said, oh, I've seen Copa come up, and I just wasn't sure. Copa is good. You will enjoy the experience on Copa. So some other things that are going on right now. The Buquete Jazz Festival is in its 14th annual year, February 13th through the 16th, 2020. And this is a big deal because they have some big names, and Buquete, Panama, is in the mountains, and it's beautiful. They have coffee plantations there, so if you're looking to do some touring while you're here, it's a little further than, it's a 5-hour drive from where I stay. So you can fly into Panama City and then take another plane over to David, and then you will take a bus or a taxi or something into Buquete. But the partial lineup is Mr. Sip, Geneva Madness, The Nighthawks, Johnny Sansoni, Morale Curiel, JT Lauriston, Yoba and the Latin Fire, and on and on and on. John Carney and the 2B Live. Special guests Ann Harris and Charlie Murray. This is going to be a really, really, really good one. And then the next one that's coming up is going to be the Beaches Jazz and Blues Festival, which is March 20th through 22nd, 2020. So the promoters and the directors of the Buquete Jazz Festival have decided that they want to also include the beaches. People love flying into Panama to be able to stay at the beaches. So 3 nights of music on 3 stages, a golf tournament, a beach party, late night jam sessions. It's going to be fun. Partial lineup includes Spiral Gyro, Tommy Emmanuel, Struts and Pharaoh, the Blackbirds. For blues, we got the Phantom Blues Band, Samantha Fish and J.P. Soares, Dwayne Dopsy. Rock, we got the Spin Doctors, Jeremiah Johnson and Lance Anderson. And the band that I sing with on weekends. The Jim Vitale Band is going to be performing, and the John Carney Band also from Panama. So it's a mix of international flair plus locals, and it's huge. It is huge. And this is going to be really fun. And guess what? Peaks Cruises and Tours